Hiya guys, this is Marty here once again, and I just want to first off say thanks a gazillion. All of you folks have responded to the little video I created earlier. It's getting passed around all over the place, and I really am very honored that so many people are actually paying attention to what us squirrels have to say. And now to the main theme that I'd like to discuss with you folks out there. In the midst of all of the amazing little blibs and blurbs and communications and stuff that's been going on here, we happen to have come across an odd video where a feller was, he was doing some violating of squirrels. He had a colander set up with some rubber band things, and he was projectile hurdling squirrels out over his backyard. And a lot of people would get outraged if us squirrels would hurdle folks across our backyards, but this apparently is acceptable in some people's eyes. At any rate, we just wanted to make a side note here that we squirrels are connected. We do have a lot of connections, really good connections, actually, pretty good connections. There are a lot of people that pay attention to us and provide for us and swerve their cars so they don't hit us in the middle of the street and kind things like that. But more importantly, we have some folks that stop by in their intergalactic vessels. These folks are often referred to by you humans here as aliens, and they're not really aliens. They're just folks who happen to live on the other side of the galaxy. Anyway, these very same folks, once we showed this appalling video to them of squirrels getting projected across the person's backyard, they were outraged. Outraged they were, yeah. They got really riled up, and they gave us their assurances that they were going to track down this sucker and probe him repeatedly. So this is just kind of one of those video things that's kind of a cautious warning. We're not really like wanting to start a stampede or a panic, because we know most of you folks are pretty mellow and pretty positive as far as how you view squirrels. But nonetheless, there are some out there who are somewhat aggressive and think it's fun to harm furry little creatures such as us. And so we have our friends, and our friends are going to even that score up. So if you hear about some fellow in Indiana or Wisconsin or wherever the heck that goofball lives, being picked up suddenly one night by a UFO and having a rather traumatic experience of it, you can kind of put that in the back of your mind as being that inevitable force of, for lack of a better word, justice being acted out on behalf of all the living creatures here on the planet. Some of those clowns who are doing nasty things to whales and dolphins and stuff like that, I shudder to think what's going to happen to them, because the star folks are getting kind of riled up about all this stuff. They think that this is not an appropriate way for an evolved species to act. Of course, we keep chuckling and gibbering and chirping whenever they say evolved species, because we in fact know how most humans are, and let's just say that evolution has not been kind. Anyway, that's one of the major updates. The other update is we squirrels have come together to form kind of a confederation, I guess you'd call it, a compact, and we're hoping to initiate a higher level of communication with our human counterparts here on the planet. And we're feeling like this may be the initial stages to a kind of a treaty of sorts on behalf of squirrels and humans, and a coming together, writing a compact. Yeah, that's what we want to do. We want to write a compact, but we want lawyers in on the deal, because, we are very much aware of what you folks did to the Indians here, and we don't want to repeat that history. That was kind of a fiasco, debacle, I think is what some folks call it. Anyway, so we're encouraging you to talk to your congressman and all those folks who are representatives on your behalf, and tell them to get out there and consider the possibilities of a human squirrel confederation, wherein there's an exchange of civil communication kind of things, and we can all sit down and create some sort of a series of agreements where squirrels and other critters are appropriately appreciated and not violated. Thank heavens for that not violation clause that we're anticipating putting in there. And then we'll sign it all up. Everybody will be pretty happy. Well, Sarah Palin won't be very happy, but, it's not really just animals as far as she's concerned. She just likes to kill about anything she can get her sights set on. So, I think that poor old Levi, he better be willing to to relocate here, because every time he opens his mouth, that boy does reveal things that Sarah doesn't like. Anyway, us squirrels are having a lot of fun watching that fiasco, too. So, at any rate, it's important that you talk to your congressman, talk to your congresspeople, because with their, being urged by you, we can all get together and sit at the same table and hopefully have some nuts and sign some contracts, and everybody will walk away with a kind of a win-win thing there. Yep, we want everybody to win. So I'll answer all your emails and stuff like that. And we're working with Skype to maybe get a Marty Skype going too. Who knows? Anyway, you folks have a lovely week, and get ready for a mellow autumn. And then, like I said before, oh my God, it's going to be winter. So we'll be talking to you really soon. You folks keep tuning in. You might even want to subscribe. So have a great evening, and we'll talk to you later. Bye now.